What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and YouTube's terrible communication has yet again led to widespread panic among content creators. I'm going to try to break it down for you so that you understand about how this affects your favorite creators, or if you're a fellow creator, hopefully this will shed some light on it for you. I don't blame people for kind of freaking out, but it's not nearly as bad as people seem to be thinking it is. So this morning, YouTube chose to tweet out news of a new tax that was going to be affecting all of their creators, including sending an email and uploading a video, of course. But you can see the email saying, hey, we're reaching out because Google will be required to deduct U.S. taxes from payments to creators outside the U.S. later this year, as early as June 2021. Over the next few weeks, we'll be asking you to submit your tax info and AdSense to determine the correct amount of taxes to deduct, if any apply. If your tax info isn't provided by May 31st, Google may be required to deduct 24% of your total earnings worldwide. Now, here's why people are freaking out. This is so poorly worded that people are missing the important aspect of this. One, this only applies to the money you earn in the United States. So let's say, hypothetically, you're a UK content creator and let's just say 100% of your views happen in the UK. This affects you 0%. If you live in a nation with current tax treaties with the United States, like the UK and Canada, which can make you eligible for 0% in many cases, or Mexico, I think, is also 10%. Look, I get it. It sucks. I'm not sure that, the problem is, when you earn a majority of your income in the United States, they're going to want a piece of that. That's just the way the system is. I'm not saying I agree with it or disagree with it, but it leads to tweets like this. Just got an email from Google saying all creators outside the U.S. could lose 24% of their revenue to give to the fantastic United States government. Can't wait for this to go towards all sorts of awesome missiles. Please tell me this is a joke. It's not. I'm not surprised that's how they read this, but that's incorrect, and which leads to more emails like this one. YouTube currently takes 45% of our ad revenue for proving the platform. Providing, I think they mean. This would tax the remaining 55% at 24%, leaving us with 42%. After UK income tax, assuming an effective tax rate of 35%, this leaves creators with 27 cents for every $1 we make. I mean, again, this is not correct, because what Arthur is assuming is that 100% of their earnings are coming from the United States. Now, many creators may have the lion's share of their views coming from the United States. For example, me. The overwhelming majority of my content is viewed in the United States. It's like 80%. I would imagine a UK content creator who covered topics relevant in the United States would see similar breakdowns. And that's true. Again, though, it's a percentage of the income you would earn in the United States. Now, again, I don't blame this person, because this is YouTube putting it out. If you're a YouTube partner outside the US, important tax changes are coming later this year that may affect your earnings. Find out what's happening below. You have to submit your tax info, find out what's more. And again, here, to clarify for Australian citizens, Section 6, can generate revenue for the U.S. services. Every nation is different. But clearly, Australia has a tax treaty with the United States, too. Here's how it's really going to work, all right? They put out this video. You have partners in the UK or Canada may be eligible for a tax rate of 0% due to existing treaties that the United States has. Partners in Mexico or Korea may be eligible for a tax rate of 10%. So if you live in Mexico or Korea, you're still going to have your income decrease by 10% for every view that happens in the United States. Now, certainly, YouTube could choose to eat this. YouTube could choose to cover this cost for its creators. They don't want to, though. And what's bizarre to me is how the heck this video has 1.9 thousand upvotes. This is just bad news all around. Rip our channel paying UK and USA taxes. There won't be much left. And again, I think the UK will qualify for a 0% exclusion. Tax, tax, tax every day, everywhere, all over. You know, there should be an option and we can decide if we want our videos to be shown in the US then. Let's make it fair. I mean, you would still want it shown in the United States anyway. And people are saying, oh no, people are blaming YouTube. This isn't a YouTube thing. This is a US government thing. So I would absolutely expect this to trickle down to Twitch and other things like that. You see, YouTube already takes 45% from its creators, and now comes another 30%. This is the final step in destroying small creators. YouTube platform means from now on, it's just for the big creators. From a total of $100, I received 25%. Very nice of YouTube to destroy the small creators. Now, I will use this, opportunity to say, if you have a creator that you like, especially one that you think is going to be negatively affected by this, now is a great time to consider, if they have a Patreon or a Subscribe Star, $1 or $2 a month goes really far. I myself have my Subscribe Star. We're at 92.2% of an exceedingly important goal. And I'm really hoping people will, use today to consider not just me, but, if you have a different creator that, you like or that needs it more, consider throwing them $1 or $2. It adds up, absolutely. And, you see this article here. YouTube will start deducting U.S. taxes from creators who don't live in the United States. Again, mildly misleading. This is all YouTube's fault, by the way. And again, YouTube could pay this for us. YouTube makes it fairly easy for anyone with talent and determination to make cash off producing videos. And many even manage to make a living off the platform. This year, though, many creators may face an issue as YouTube is preparing to deduct tax fees for U.S. for all creators, even those that don't live in the region. An email going out to YouTube creators who live abroad today notifies the change to YouTube's payments. Apparently, Google is now required to deduct taxes for the United States from all channels, even those owned by creators who don't reside in the United States. The change of how YouTube handles taxes comes from the U.S. government, specifically under Chapter 3 of the Internal Revenue Code. Google has the responsibility to collect tax info from all monetizing creators outside of the United States and withhold taxes when income is earned from viewers within the United States. That means not all income will be affected, but only that income earned from viewers within the United States. Of course, the video they put out is actually pretty good. It does a pretty good job explaining, where this is coming from, the IRS, why they're doing it. Now, make no mistake about it. I said before, and I'll say it again, YouTube could cover this for us, but they choose not to. So they have a creator in India earns $1,000 in revenue from YouTube in 1 month. Of the 1,000 in revenue, their channel generated 100 from U.S. viewers. If you don't submit tax info, the final deduction. So essentially, they're threatening the creators. Annie Bonini, you're going to have your kitty toy funds reduced. No? All right. So if you don't submit your tax information, they're going to take 24% of your entire earnings check. Creator submits tax info and claims treaty benefit. Final deduction, $15 if you have it. Now, you have to look into, and this is another frustrating thing, most YouTubers, they don't have an accountant. I have an accountant, but I have 1 million subscribers. So, I have to go, I have employees all around the world. Video editor on the other side of the United States, my thumbnail guys in the UK. I've got to send money to Australia and every month. It's complicated, and this can be very overwhelming. I really wish that YouTube would have done a better job communicating this. In fact, if they had just sent this video to everybody, that would have been better. The tweet, this isn't the type of email you send, this isn't the type of information you want to put out there to creators via email. You could see tax it from your own cut. And I don't blame people. I don't blame people for saying that. You know, they're already taking the lion's share of the earnings. Yes, they're providing the platform. Yes, all of these things can be true, but they could, or they could split the difference with us. There's a wide variety. Look, for me, nothing changes. I'm already paying an insane amount of tax, something like 45% to 50% tax. So this won't affect me in the least. But for UK or any other worldwide creators, especially ones that are popular in the United States, for example, like PewDiePie is going to have to pay a big old cut. Oh, wait, he's located in the UK. He'll probably be fine. So my advice would be, if you're a content creator, make sure you check to see if you have a tax treaty. If you're a YouTuber, maybe remind YouTube that they could help ease the pain a little bit by, I don't know, only taking 50% instead of 55% of our earnings. Meet us in the middle. That sure would be nice. Don't think that's going to happen, though. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.